What is up, guys? It's your boy Nathan. We're back with the NLD. Yo. Go Saka with the corner straight away. Ooh. Here we go. Ooh. Good defending there. Foul on Kulusevski. Man of the match, Sancho. Yep. Yep. Came on at 45 minutes, right? Then Nkunku came on at 70 minutes. See, the lineup for Arsenal is Guglielmo Vicario in goal, Udogi, Romero, Porro, Van de Ven in defense, Madison, Kulusevski, Bentancur in the midfield, Son, Solanke, Johnson up front. And Arsenal's David Raya, William Saliba, Benjamin White, Gabriel Magalhaes, Julian Timber, Partey Trossard, Jorginho in the midfield. Havertz, Martinelli, and Saka up front. Wow. Wow, okay. They went with both. Very interesting. Hey Dhruv, what's up? Last time Girona did the double over Barca, hoping the same. Son with the shielding over Ben White. Ooh, look at that. Very nice there by Sunny Boy. Into his last year of his contract, wondering what's going to happen to him after this year. Oh, here we go. Saka overlapping. Cross ball. Martinelli with a foul, unfortunately. Let's get a poll up. We go polls up. Who'll win the North London Derby? With Arsenal suffering major injuries, I believe Spurs have a good chance. So I said 2-1. That's what I'm thinking of. But cut back. What a save. What a save by David Raya straight away. Good link up play there. Good link up play there. Cut back, nice shot. Making them work already straight away. David Raya. Madison to take the cross. I would predict still a 2-1 win for Arsenal. Listen, dude, if Arsenal win, it's better for me. The only two players I have left play in Arsenal. Works out for me if they do better. That's all I'll say about that. Works out very well for me. Oh, they're promoting Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois, right? Part of Riyadh season. That's also part of Riyadh season. Um, Daniel Dubois and Anthony Joshua. Oh, good defensive work there by Martinelli. Corner for Spurs. Arsenal under sustained pressure here. It's a free hit for changing team for a game week. Maybe I needed half of my team is injured. Yeah, I think but it's only for a game week, dude. So if your players miss more than one game week, you might. That's the only problem. A lot of people are looking to a wildcard during 7 or 9. I don't. Maybe you should wait till sometime towards the end of the midweek and then decide because for some reason your players will miss 2 game weeks, then you're stuck with them next game week as well. Saka cross comes in. Ooh, it was going to be on a plate there for Martinelli. Sticks the leg out. Poro with another block. Poro with the crucial legs, sticks his leg out for a crucial block there with that cross. It looked like it was going straight to Martinelli. Son's through. Son turns tight, dribbles past one, blocked by the second player, goes back to Madison. Who are your players playing today? I only have Saka and Havertz. Kai Havertz. First choice of players lately have been immense. Can you still bring in Haaland in your team? Hello, Zakaria. Good evening. Let me answer your question. Could I mathematically bring him in? I can. I'll have to remove Salah and Havertz and get Haaland and someone who's 6 point something. Then my midfield will be pretty weak. It'll be Mbuemo, Saka, Palmer, Semenyo, and whoever I'm replacing Salah with. Could still technically get him in. Could still technically get him. I'm great about it. Can't complain. Great. Waiting for the next week because it's Arsenal City. It's another issue, isn't it? Arsenal City game. Handball there by Udogi. Battle of Chokers just joined. Hello, Shanks. Good evening. How was your Sunday? I'm sure it was really good after United won and Liverpool lost. Sorry, couldn't join you for UFC. I woke up late. Zakaria, the best way I can explain it is you missed quite a visual gem. If you can watch the repeat somehow, I would recommend. I don't know if they'll show the repeat today or not. Whenever they show the repeat, though, you gotta watch it. Visually, you missed quite the gem today, and it might be a one over one once in a lifetime thing. It might not be done again. So it was quite visually quite a treat. This play, this comment does not affect yesterday's and Arsenal winning the title or if it was Spurs winning anything. Both United left back and right back giving me points. Enjoy them. Enjoy them while it's there because sooner it's coming to the point now where Ten Hag's going to have to start making choices because um, because our left backs are starting to get fit now. So they get so the the guaranteed Dallo Mazraoui combo is not going to work eventually. You're going to have to remove one of them for sure. So enjoy it while it lasts. I think by the next international break, he'll have choices because Saliba gets yellow. Idiot. Running away with the ball. Absolute idiot. You motivate me to buy FC 25 LOL. The have happened to my grandma. What's wrong with your grandma? Oh, late. And when people are celebrating after you won the Champions League. Shanks, I think it was a. I think in terms of relief, it was a win we needed. That's all I can say. I think in terms of a win, we really needed that one just to get the ball rolling. Especially after the international break and losing horribly. You have motivated me to buy FC 25. Zakaria, I'll only give you one piece of advice. If you are going to indeed buy, um, if you are indeed going to actually buy it, right? Now that you're in Bombay, your server should be actually good. But I would only recommend you to buy FC 25 if you're going to play Ultimate Team. You know why? Because eventually you're going to get bored playing alone, right? I don't know how many people you know in Bombay at the moment. I don't know if they play FC 25 or not. So if you're not playing Ultimate Team where you can find someone to play with eventually once you build your team, I would say buy some other game. Just simply because of the fact that you kind of in the end need someone to play with. So yeah, जीतो को दिक्कत हारे को दिक्कत बंद कर Now Inter will beat City because they don't have City defenders. Can you imagine, dude? Can you imagine if somehow Man City struggle through this new format? Ooh, good block there. Arsenal looked dangerous there for a second. Ooh, ooh, great shielding. Who was that by? Wonderful shielding. Arsenal all through again. Ricky Martinelli skips past one. Open header. Oh! Ooh, lucky, lucky, lucky. I almost got points there. I'm going to play Ultimate Team. I think I'll find people on Discord or anywhere to play. I need something to spend time. I would say, you're in Worli, dude. It's a lovely place. I would say just go out, have a look at the place. Aji Ali Mosque is nearby, a beautiful mosque. Um, um, Actually, you know what? Wait till the rain stops, dude. That is terrible advice. Actually, still going to rain at least for another, roughly going to rain for at least another month. So yeah, don't actually. That was a bad suggestion. Do something for at least a month. That's what I would recommend. Oh, I have a nice recommendation for you, Zakaria. Go to Pasi Dairy and have some good old have some Pasi food, Pasi food, Pasi sweets. I think it's called Pasi Dairy Farm. I think it's called that. That might be good. I got it pre-ordered FC 20. I like to go and collect it too. Very old school that way. Only with this game, not with any other game. I like to go collect it. Oh, they're through. Ricky Martinelli's over. Square it. He didn't square it. Terrible idea. Saka was through. This is why I don't think Martinelli is better than Trossard, actually. As injured now, sure, not fully fit. Can't we have 1 month of no injuries? There's still time, dude. He's probably going to end up playing against Crystal Palace. I wouldn't be worried if I were you. We got Anthony to play left back. You know, today Nathan's favorite manager team plays against last place Valencia. Hope Valencia beat the brakes out of him. Bloody loser. God, I can't. There's something about him, man. Something about him that I find very deplorable. Something about him. I truly can't put my finger on it. I usually sleep at 2, 3, and after 10, I have nothing to do. So I think Ultimate Team is a good thing to play. Ultimate Team is a great thing to play, especially if you're alone, dude. But the main thing is you got to check your internet speeds. Do a little research, see if your speeds are fast enough. Can get very frustrating, dude. Trust me, with lag. Hello, Talumba. What are your timings actually, Zakaria? What is your job? I forgot to ask. Where do you work? What is your job? What are your timings? I wouldn't mind a Spurs win or draw. And Talumba, I have to say, unfortunately, kind of need Arsenal to do something just so I can get some points. My FPL is killing me again. Watching Wolves versus Newcastle, I might not be doing that jabber. I might not be doing. I can't confirm right now. I have set it up, but I can't confirm right now. Honestly, I'm a little weary, so that's a problem. Don't hate on him, Nathan. They have to play your another favorite PSG, bro. I hope they both lose that game. I hope they both lose. I hope it ends 0-0. Let them hold on to a point like sad. Ooh, that's cool, right? No, that's a foul. Solanke trying to bully Raya. Interesting tactics. EPL is ours this season. I'm now getting giddy after that when you say. I think that's exactly the attitude you should have, Tolamba, for the rest of the season. People say I'm always so negative. I don't know if you're always so negative. I think I think I think we're just honestly, I think we're just getting to the point of being worn out now. So it may come across as negative because a lot of people are not just as worn out as us. I honestly was what the hell was that pass? Pass to no one. Sustained pressure by Arsenal, could force in a mistake. What was I saying? Yeah, so I think we're just worn out a little bit. I'll be honest. Now I can officially say it. Like I felt if we lose to Barnsley or Southampton, I think I would have been Ten Hag out because I just can't see the excuse of. I genuinely can't see the excuse of we should it's Southampton. We could have lost. It's your fault, you idiot. You're the one who keeps playing Martinelli. It's your fault. It was an easy square job by Martinelli to Saka, and he went to shoot. It's your Trossard would have squared it for sure. It's your job for choosing the stupid the direct player who he's very selfish. Saka with a cross, looping header, straight to Vicario. Vicario's trying to release that. What was that? Vicario did like an NFL spin thing while running with the ball. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ooh, still have the ball. Great composure there with the Arsenal defense. You're always on rant, not negative. But is there any positivity in my rants? Well, I'm just happy that Ahmad is, bro. I think someone messaged me yesterday on Twitter and said if he benches Ahmad, he needs to leave. So basically, he said if Ten Hag benches Ahmad anymore, then Ahmad should leave. Can you imagine? Because it's just ridiculous how he. What was that, Ben White? What was that? Yeah, so he was saying Ahmad should just leave. And I kind of agreed with him. Well, 5G is good enough. LOL 300 Mbps. Well, you're sure? If it's good, then that's great. What will be a better thing to do is eventually. Should I remove Odegaard to Salah because last year Odegaard was flying and Salah started to struggle? I don't know, dude. I'm also kind of really contemplating my Salah pick over Haaland from the beginning of the season now. I can still fit him in, but then my I could fit him in. I could like make it Salah to Ahmad and Haaland Havertz to Haaland. Then I won't have any Arsenal players. So you have to be really careful when you're making these changes, man, because there are some teams where you need to have players. You just need to because you know they're gonna do something. If you are someone who has an Arsenal defender, then it's okay. I don't even have an Arsenal defender, so I have to really think about it. Tuesday, I don't want to see Onana. Bro, people were going. Was a game changer because he saved the penalty. I'm like, yes, but also we shouldn't have been losing to Southampton. And also next week, if he has a howler, people will go after him again. So I don't know why people are getting so giddy about one good performance. I think he needs a string of good performances at least. But let's see. Let's see. Maybe that penalty save is the confidence boost he needs to start off the season very well. See, I'm willing to give everyone a chance because it's 4 games in, dude. At 10, 12 games in, I'm not giving anyone a chance. I can't be bothered anymore. What a ball. What a ball. Oh, doggy. I don't know why they try to do this outside the foot side pass thing, dude. He's a lefty. He could have easily squared it with his left foot. He tried to be too pretty there. Oh, here we go. Spurs is moving. Spurs is moving. Ooh, Saka got fouled bad. Oh, yellow. Wow, really? Oh, this ref is doesn't mind throwing out the yellows. Udogi with a mistake there by not picking the pass properly. And then he gets a yellow card a minute later on foul for Saka. He won't bench Ahmad. He's on the last year of contract. If he feels he won't get game time, he leave. Exactly. And I think he should leave. Honestly, I think he should leave, dude. You know what? A lot of people say you're on the Ahmad Diallo bandwagon. I'm like, bro, if your option is Anthony and you're not on the Ahmad Diallo bandwagon, maybe you should just support some other team, because like Rashford, people were like, Rashford had a good game. I'm like, apart from his goal and the shot where it was a really good shot, by the way. I'm not taking anything away from the shot. He had the same effect in 75 minutes that Garnacho had in 15 to 20 minutes. Like, he was on the pitch for 70 minutes. So I don't know how people think that's a good thing because in 15 to 20 minutes, when Garnacho has the same impact as you had in 70, I don't really know how that's good. Oh, looping header across the goal. Ooh, David Raya was very nervous there. He definitely didn't think that was going in. The look on his face. Lovely cross. Yes, he got caught wrong footed. Totally didn't expect that one to be fair. He's really lucky. He didn't even touch the ball. He's very lucky the ball went away. I played FIFA 23 on 5G and gave like 90 ping in my village. Oh, that's perfect. The 90 is actually not great, dude. What you're looking for is honestly, what you're looking for is if you can get it between 16 and 20, it's decent. That's what I would say. If you're getting 16 to 20 ping, I think that's good. There are people who get like 8 and 10 and all. I am very happy with 16. I would like to get better, but if I can't get better, I can't really do anything about it. So 16 for me is very good if I get 16. There we go. Arteta with the hand signals. Let's all assume what he's saying makes sense. Let's see what they do. Also glad that Ahmad's not signed a contract yet. I think Ahmad's being very smart here. I think Ahmad's waiting till Jan. He's going to check his options. He's going to see if Ten Hag's going to give him a shot. Let's see. I know Ahmad wants to stay at United. That's the relief I have. Oh, he took too long there. He had to hit the pass straight. He took a touch. The weight of the pass was very bad. That could have opened up Spurs completely. Now Spurs have a chance to open up Arsenal. So anyone thinks Bayern is actually going to get? Does anyone think Bayern is actually going to get a start again against Barnsley, or is that just never going to happen? Or do you think he's going to pick Heaton? I don't know what he's doing, man. I have a feeling Bayern is just going to leave. Honestly, he's just going to be. What's the point, dude? I don't get a game for no matter what I do. So what's the point? I think Ten Hag's way of selecting players is very warped. He goes, we need to have a big squad, we need to have depth, and then when the depth we have, he doesn't use, and those are the players he only buys. Like he only bought behind there. He's got give him no games. No, he won't. It's kind of criminal, dude. If you can't start buying there against Barnsley, well, who can you start him against? And you know what I don't like about Ten Hag? If something happens to Onana, Ten Hag is the one that's ruined us because he bought Bayern there and gave him no game time whatsoever. 20 is so good. I will check like what I have. I'll get your upload speed 25. So I think I'll get a great ping to 1520. 1520 is good. 1520 is good. If you're going to play online, 1520 is good. I'll be honest though, Zakaria. If you're not getting good ping, I would recommend you play some other game. Because the ultimate team can get very frustrated if you don't have connection. You're already at a disadvantage, right? Especially when you're building your team at the beginning, you can be at a disadvantage. I remember last year when I was in the process of building my team and moving up the rivals rank to get better rewards. I remember playing someone at Division 7, and then I never saw him again until I met him back at Division 1. And I met him back at Division 1 probably a lot later, because normally they pair you with similar players if you're stuck in the same division because it's based on ping. So I basically never saw that guy until I went to Division 1. That header went the wrong, Raya went the wrong way for that header. Luckily, no one was behind. So for the last 2 months, I've been at Elite Division. For the last 4 5 months, I've been at Division 2 and Division 1. So been great. Another yellow card. And Tanko got a yellow now. Now the game's getting feisty. Yeah, that's a okay. Yeah, two fouls close to each other. Yep. Might be a little unnecessary, this level of fouling at the moment. But what is that now? Two fouls, two yellows, right? Bentancur and Udogi, one for Arsenal, right? One for Arsenal. Saliba. Carry same team from FC 24. No, you don't do. That's what makes it up. That's what makes it the tough part, right? The first month of FC 24 is always the toughest, because you have to try and make the most amount of ground while playing that game, like maximum amount of ground. It does become extremely difficult initially. So yeah. Here we go. Martinelli cut back. Okay, here he has the ball. Takes too long. Taking too long, Jurien Timber. Hey Nathan, could you know what's the difference between United Sancho and Dortmund Chelsea Sancho? Nothing, dude. You know why? He got an assist in his opening game against Darmstadt in the Bundesliga when he went in Jan. Nothing. There's no difference yet, Sanjeev. That's all I'll say. Just give it the whole season or whatever, dude. Like people were like, Chelsea fans are going to come for us. I'm like, bro, Chelsea fans can't come for anyone, dude. With the amount of money they spend and the amount of flops they're flopping, Chelsea fans can't say anything to us, dude. Anything. Honestly, if it's working for them, that's great. No problem. No problem whatsoever. How is that not a corner? Clearly touches Vicario. Um, Clearly touches Vicario. Vicario saying no. Clearly touches him. So I would say there's no difference yet, Sanjeev. I would give it a couple of months. I'd give it a couple of months. You also don't forget, Sanjeev, that he came on at 45 minutes. He didn't even start the game. He's been doing nothing. He has no international break. He was fully well rested. He could have easily played the whole game. He didn't. So let's see what happens. Nkunku came on at 72 minutes to score the goal. How are you feeling, Sanjeev? How have you been? It's been a while. It's so funny. Last week I was thinking about you only. I was like, I haven't spoken to you yet. So how have you been? What is this? Everyone's going near post. Wasteful, Arsenal. Wasteful. It's all the way back to Raya. Raya launches it all the way back into the penalty box here. Not the best header there by the Spurs player. Back to Arsenal. Oh, mistake there by the Spurs defender. What? Oh, okay. Oh no, what are they doing? What's happening? Oh, fights. Vicario went in someone's face. Jurien Timber with a yellow. Just stupid. Oh, all the players have gone now to the goal cell. Wait, who is it with? I thought it was Vicario. I don't think it's with Vicario anymore. Let's see what's happening. Jurien Timber got a yellow. Bro, these players nowadays, they're so petulant, dude. So petulant. So I believe it wasn't for the foul. It was for the continuation of play after the whistle blew, if I'm not mistaken. Are they checking for the foul on Poro as well? So last last thing Arsenal need is like a red card check, dude. That's the last thing they need right now. Genuinely, the last thing they need. Yeah, he kept playing, didn't he? Oh, Poro might be hurt more than I think. Okay, so who's the yellow? Who's the yellow? So Timber, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a clear like yellow. Even if you don't count the foul as the yellow, he stopped for the foul and he kept playing. Oh, Julian Timber put his hands on Vicario. Vicario didn't even touch him. That's mad. So there's many reasons he got a yellow. Basically, he got a yellow because he kept playing after the whistle. There could be a yellow because Vicario got a yellow card. Wow. Ooh, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Maybe he checked it later. I thought Vicario didn't touch him. I thought he went to confront him because of the foul and then he just touched him. Hmm, I don't know. Don't know about that. Good evening. Oh, yes, agreed. If Sancho's performance comes consistently, then he deserves that hype. Yesterday it was Sancho who saved Chelsea, man. Oh, it could have been Sancho who saved Chelsea, dude. No doubt. I'm just saying that he literally came on the pitch and got an assist on his re-debut at Dortmund. Um, Against a team that got straight promoted and straight away relegated, Darmstadt. Like his re-debut at Dortmund was the same thing, and everyone was like, "Ha ha! Look at this! Look at this!" I'm like, bro, it's Darmstadt in the Bundesliga, dude. It's not Real Madrid in the Champions League. In the end, I think he got like 5 assists and like 4 goals or something. Bro, like it depends. It depends on what you value, dude. 5 assists and 4 goals in the Bundesliga when you're playing when you're the second or third best team in the league. You know, like in the Champions League games, I think in the semi-finals he didn't get a goal and assist. In the final, he didn't do anything. I think in the quarterfinals he got 1 goal in 2 legs. So yeah, Saliba injured? No, he's playing. He also got a yellow card though. So it's been a fun back and forth game. So how have you been, Sanjeev? Everything good? Saka couldn't keep it in. So 0 points at 37 minutes. So I thought he's injured. Nope, playing, but unfortunately, it's not looking good for him at the moment. Was on the break. Can it happen? Here we go. Shot blocked. Julian Timber. Hello, Jansen. Thoughts on the match so far? Thought Martinelli did a blunder not squaring into Saka when they were 2 on 1. Do you think Partey and Jorginho can handle midfield for 90 minutes? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Rice. I think the only problem with Arsenal spending so much money on Rice is that they probably need someone else to work with Rice in the future. In like maybe next year, I think they'll go with a proper another midfielder. I think Partey and Jorginho will have this will be their last year. I don't think for 90 minutes they can handle it. I don't. I think it depends on the opponent is actually the right answer, but assuming assuming we're talking about like the best most competitive matches, no. Not really seen much F1 popped off today. Best race in years, really. I really wish United got Van de Ven, been following him since Wolfsburg. Really? You watched the Bundesliga? Nice. Not doing Wolves Newcastle? No way, then probably not. Low energy, fortunately. I've set the stream is set, as you know, but feeling a little low energy today. Oh, good defensive work by Arsenal. Can he keep it out of play? Oh, a lot of shielding going on. A lot of shielding going on. Spurs win. Lays it off. Oh, he had to go cross goal. Brennan Johnson had to go cross goal there. Bad decision making. In a bit, yeah. See the ref giving Timber card and VAR not telling him he made a mistake. I think he gave Timber a card because after the referee blew the whistle, they kept on playing, right? Unfortunately, I've lost my audio, so at that point of time I didn't know what was going on. To be honest, Vicario also got a yellow. Not really. I thought he got a yellow for playing after the foul was called. That's what I thought it was for. But again, I couldn't hear anything, so I don't know what. Oh wow, more yellows. What's going on here? Another yellow for who's this now? Kulisevsky. Oh, Van der Ven yellow. Wait, what's going on? He's given two yellows after play stopped. Can you do that? Can you do that? I never thought you could do that. He gave two yellows after play stopped. Oh, I haven't seen that in a long time actually. Very interesting. Saw highlights and scout reports and have had him in my team in many. What is the Dhruv? What is the site you use to see scouting reports for players or stats in general? What one do you recommend? I never saw it live to be fair, so no audio for me either. I know Vicario got a card for instigating against Timber. So yeah, that part I saw. So Vicario, I think, was annoyed that he kept playing because the whistle went. So Vicario like went up to his face, but I don't know if Vicario touched him or Julian Timber got him with by his shirt. So I'm not really sure what the yellow saw. First, I thought the yellow was he held his shirt, but initially I thought it might have been he played after the whistle. So like you said, no audio, so we can't tell. Either way, it was quite entertaining. Couple of minutes. Everyone just ran to the byline. I wasn't really sure why everyone ran to the byline either because they didn't show the shirt grab. They changed camera angles at that point of time. Next thing you know, everyone's at the byline pushing each other. Kulu yellow, yeah. So Kulusevski and yeah, I mean you got two yellows there. That was interesting. The break of play. I don't know when's the last time I've seen someone give two yellows in a break of play. Pedro Porro's arguing with the he used his head against Timber initially. Is that what it was? That okay? So he like he leaned with his head forward. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the Timber yellow was for. I assume it was playing still after the whistle, but we'll never know. I mean, we will know, but we'll only know after the game. Halftime. That was a fun first half for sure. FB ref breaking the line, football talent scout, and there is this YouTube channel called Pythagoras in Boots. I like that name. Pythagoras in Boots. FP ref breaking the line. All right. I will use it. I will use it in the future when I want to crap on Onana. Joking, by the way. It might not seem like I'm joking, but I was joking. So very clear. Ooh, I never knew the former Spurs goalkeeper plays for Gaza plays for Girona. I didn't know that. Daily Blend, Miguel Gutierrez, Victor Sigankov, Brian Gill. Wow, lots of Spurs players for play for Girona apparently. Yamal, Rafinha, Lewandowski, Olmo, Casado, Pedri, Kubarsi, Kunde, Inigo Martinez, Alejandro Balde, and Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Oh, Girona. Just for fun, obviously. I actually came here to look at something else. Terrible, terrible refereeing. I mean, it's going to make the rest of the game fun for a neutral. His first plays with some style. It makes me wonder how bad is EDH. Shanks. It's not worth the discussion, honestly. Swap, I can't unfortunately send you the link. I've lost my audio. As you can see, I have no headphones on. Apologies for that. I'm not really sure what's going on with my headphones. Earlier it worked for the UFC, now it didn't work. So I don't know if it's loose wiring or I am on wireless headphones. Maybe I need a new set of headphones. I'm not really sure yet. So yeah, and I started with headphones and then very quickly ended without it. So apologies. Although you can do your breakdown and I can pin it up if you want. I'd happily pin it up for everyone to read if you like. Apologies. Wasn't expecting this. Footy bite for the win swap. Okay. The time of Onana signing, Pythagoras and Boots told he's not a great shot stopper. That's just fantastic, is it? That is absolutely fantastic. That should annoy me, but unfortunately, I have already seen it. It took me less than a year to realize he's not. But ooh, apparently there's a Dexter prequel coming out December 13th. Interesting. Anthony plays football. Anderson, Brent Johnson plays. Okay, all right. Plus, Udogi had a bullcrap game. Not great. He could. I don't know why they tried that outside toe poke to cut back passes. He's a lefty. He could have easily passed it back when they were 2-on-1 right in front of the goal. Vanderven passed him 3 times. But I was just watching the ball roll, expecting some sort of progress. And I give to into the fact that with injuries that players can't play a certain way. But after 4 games in the league and other games off season, it's really bad. Ben White a similar thing too. Okay. From the replay, I saw Paulo just rolled his foot on the ball. Yeah, yeah. I'm not. I have no idea what went on there. Let's just say the referee is making it interesting for the neutral fans. It's a bit of a feisty game, to be fair, irrespective of that little scenario that happened. Everyone's having a go at each other, which is can be fun. Oh my! Even Rajesh could from the streets of Dharavi can referee better. The streets in Dharavi, just individual buildings which have earned us point. Shanks, you know what? I'm trying my very best to figure out what exactly can help us at this point. The sad part is all the solutions don't have a beneficial answer. Like for example, a lot of people go Bruno is wasteful, right? For example, it's just an example. Bruno is wasteful, right? But what people will also not add to that point. It's true, he can be wasteful, by the way. I'm not saying people are wrong about that. But the sad part is what people will not add to that is there is literally no one else helping him create chances. Right? So that's like an example of an issue. The other issue is like we bought two number nines, but both of them drop so deep that it almost feels like they're playing 10 position. So I feel like everyone that when we are up front, we want the wingers to cut in. But the thing is, the wingers in our case, they're either out of form or they're very selfish and they don't make good decision making. And there is no one in the box to kind of pass to, so they try and take a shot when no one's around goal. So I think like everyone is just kind of playing not out of position, but I feel like everyone is moving is like everyone's trying to help out, but it's actually being quite detrimental to the team, which is a very weird thing to say because a couple of years ago we were complaining about how our players don't even care enough to run. Now it's almost like people are running so frantically. There is nobody when you need them at the right time. It's. I can't really put my finger on the problem. People are saying we missed Mount's work rate when we lost to Liverpool, but I'm like Mount doesn't actually do it, what he is signed to do though. He's not signed for just work rate. He's signed like to be creative, give us goals and assists, and like it's a very weird scenario where I can't really quite put my finger on it. We're probably going to beat Barnsley 5-0, and then everyone's going to go, see, that's how we should play in the Premier League. But like, I mean, Barnsley's in like League One, so it won't be a very good reference point, sadly. Can see somebody getting sent off. Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking that only, Jensen, when we're talking so much about the ref. Plus attack, man. We play attacking football and attackers are atrocious at decision making. I think we have our attackers beat your attackers at that, unfortunately. Yeah, the referee Spurs player might get sent. Honestly, I won't be surprised if one player each gets sent off. I really won't be. Seven yellows in the first half. You know, you're getting anxious and nervous while in the final third. Yeah, because no one wants to screw up a chance at the North London derby, dude. It's quite simple because they'll get ratted on for a while after. I mean, we are playing at home and we are looking more nervous than Arsenal. Referee is a joke. You touch a player, you get a yellow. I mean, football refereeing has kind of moved into that direction for a while now, hasn't it? Though swap. To be fair. Hey Arup, it's been a while. How have you been? Frankly, Bruno's good player, but lack of quality players around him makes him look bad. Bruno's not British and not a favorite or ETH. Yeah. See, I don't, Twalumba always thinks I'm like this Bruno sympathizer, but like I always tell Twalumba, like Twalumba's like our captain's gone missing. I'm like, bro, if you think he's bad, imagine all the other players and they don't have the captaincy. I always like to put it as that as an example. I'm like, is Bruno captaincy material? Yes and no, because it depends on what kind of captain you want. But in terms of is he the best choice for captaincy in our club? 100% yes. 100% yes. Because everyone else has not done it remotely enough to wear the captain's armband. Solskjaer has gone on record saying he has offered other people the captaincy and they have refused. So when you take all the stories in chronological order into consideration, right, you realize why Bruno's our captain. People have said no, people are not good enough, people have been atrocious, people have been injured. Like, there are many, 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 many reasons why Bruno is our captain. Some of them are very good, some of them are circumstantial. Everyone, like I was watching yesterday, people said Bruno had an all right game. I'm like, Bruno got the first assist, dude. That cross was brilliant. Like, if he gives assists, people call him stat pad. If he scores a penalty, they call him a pen merchant. If he runs around crazy, people say he's running around aimlessly. If he tries to create chances, people say he's wasting the ball. Like, if he can't do anything right, then there is no point on, like, it's almost like other people don't lose the ball, other people don't run, other people don't make, he's been so criticized. It's unfortunate. And a lot of it is due to our frustration. I get it. It's not necessarily about the player, but it's so like difficult. Like, a lot of people go, Bruno can't play in the system. I'm like, bro, it doesn't seem like anyone can play in this system. Every time it's always the players who can't play in the system. Then change the system, dude. Like, you have 11 players. If the majority of players can't play the system, you change the system. You don't go, oh, these players can't play the system, that's why it'll never work. I'm like, bro, this is absurd. You can't change 30 people to play your system. You can't change 30 people to play your system, dude. That's absurd to me. That's unheard of. 67% possession, 33 to Arsenal. 5 shots each, 1 on target. 3 on target for Arsenal. Wow. 67% possession. I didn't realize Spurs had that much of the possession. Fantastic. It's not about the NLT. It's every single game. None of our attackers take onus. Total shots, one. Oh no, this is head to head. Never mind. Yeah, but I got a little busy with work and all. Been a while. Yeah, yeah. Was my birthday on the 13th? Wow. You have a birthday very close to Danish. Danish's birthday was on the 2nd. Bench Johnson bring Odegaard. Timber manhandled that zero IQ footballer. Yeah, I mean, that lovely layoff just before halftime. He tries to go near post when the whole opposite. You obviously have to go across the goal because in case the goalkeeper saves it, it'll fly into one of your players storming into the box from that angle. Yes, some of the decision making was not great for sure. For Bruno, chance creation at final third was non-existent exactly, dude. But like now everyone just picks on him, right? Because he didn't put out the numbers he did for the first 18 months. So now people are after him. It's you know I hate to say it, Shanks, but we are also, we have been so spoiled in the past, that we have become quite ungrateful in many ways, genuinely, because it's almost like people didn't realize what used to happen before Fernandez. It's almost like people didn't realize what used to happen before De Gea. Well, they're realizing it now, but unfortunately, now it's too late because David De Gea is gone, and in a couple of years, Fernandez is going to go. And when we lack chance creation, everyone's going to complain. We have not had a good player since Bruno, just like how they said we didn't have a good goalkeeper since De Gea. It's all hindsight is a wonderful thing. When you're a fan, you can be very reactionary. You can blame everyone you want when it's fresh in the mind. But people sometimes forget what has come before that, what has been the build up before that. So you know when Bruno is not here, we'll miss him. Some of us will miss him. Some of us will go, oh, he wasn't that good anyway. Then we get someone we spend money from. Half of the fan base will get gassed. That guy flops. Everyone is going to go, he isn't as good as Bruno. That's one of those things. Bruno's captain by default has been happily belated. Yes, happily belated, Arup. Yes. It's not that belated as well. As I just realized it's 15th. For some reason, I thought it was a lot later. Hope you had a good one, Arup. What did he do? Bruno's captain by default. Listen, dude, Bruno is head and shoulders the most qualified person to wear the armband for this club, Jensen. By default or not by default. Solskjaer was more than happy. He said it on no, it's not the overlap. What's it called? The Stick to Football podcast by Gary Neville. He said, I was looking at people to make captains. They politely declined. Some of them sent other people to tell them that they don't want to do it because of the pressure. So I mean, listen, man, you know, someone stepped up, and if he's going to get hate for stepping up, then I'm very glad Solskjaer said what he said, because no one people would just go, oh, this guy, how is he captain, this, that, and the other. Bro, he's captain because he's the only one who has the balls to step up. That's the truth. If you don't want to deal with the truth, that's fine, but you making fun of Fernandez is stupid. If he's the only one that has the balls to take the mantle on, right, at least he has that. You should look at the other players in our club and think what's going on over there. That's what I would do personally. Rahul's here. It's been a while, Rahul. How have you been? Let's see what he's asking. Rahul cancelled his message and became Man United. I believe this is Rahul's question anyway. How close was Mahrez to Vinicius and Rodrigo talent-wise? Not very close, my friend. Not very close. Mahrez's talent came much later on in his career. I mean, his recognizable talent. I think Vinicius in particular is. I don't even know about. I can't really say Rodrigo's still young, but Vinicius talent-wise was a lot more talented, especially at his young age, for sure. I think when Mahrez went to Leicester, he was 24, 25 already. Like, he wasn't like a young wonder kid. Very good player though. Financh is the ghost. About Solanke, I know I understand why Spurs gone for Solanke. Looks up very well. Creation was terrible. I don't know why creators can't pin balls to Solanke. He's been holding up the ball very well. In the few games I have seen Spurs, he's been doing that very well for sure. I think he had a reliance on Clivert and Semenyo at Bournemouth to create chances, and they were more than willing to do it. By the way, can I just say something? Everyone's talking about man of the match Sancho, right? People forgot that Bournemouth got a penalty and it was saved by Sanchez. That could have still ended up being a draw of a match. So-called YouTube pundits are praising Ron Weasley for once. Ron Weasley. Oh God. Name, bro, is Messi. Is Messi top two of all time? Probably. Probably Rahul. I don't know why you changed your name, Rahul, but yes. Yes. I think so. I think it's, if he's not top two all time, he's no less than top five. Dude. He's no less than top five all time. I would love to hear everyone's like criteria of how people get to the which number they are, whatever the number they think Messi is. I'd only be interested in listening to the ones that think he's below top five. because I would love to know how they come to that conclusion. Took an off from work and went out with girlfriend. Lovely. I agree with you. There isn't a player at the club. It's not even a better player at the club, Jensen. There's not a better mindset in the club. It's not necessarily about the player. Jensen, I remember times when Scott McTominay was captain, and I actually thought he did all right when he would get the captaincy because of rest and stuff. There are people who get the captaincy like when Fernandez is not on the pitch and all. It's not that. It's the mentality. It's the people willing to want to be captain. It's not necessarily the best player has to be the captain. There was many years where Valencia was the captain. I wouldn't say Valencia was the best player in our team and Valencia was the captain. What he was a very consistent player though, and he had a good mindset. And he worked really hard, and he respected the club, and he worked very hard for the club. And that's why I love Tony Valencia. Was he the best player we've ever seen? No, of course not. Of course not. That's definitely a yellow from the Arsenal player. That was a really bad tackle. I don't know what the hell Jorginho was trying to do there. That was a very criminal way of tackling someone. Ooh, he's very lucky. He's very lucky that Madison didn't get hurt when he fell back on his knees. You can easily blow something when people fall that way. I've seen it happen a lot in judo. When you fall backwards on your knees full force, you can actually get very badly hurt. Nana showed up. Yes, he got me 13 points. Good thing you told me not to switch him for Southampton. Yeah, I would not change any United player for the Southampton game. I was very happy with my clean sheet with Mazraoui even so. Even though you never know if he'll get the clean sheet or not. I was always going to play him for that game no matter what. So yeah, for sure. Martinelli, yes, almost try to get it out of trouble there. Throw in for Arsenal. Gotta go near. We'll try to be back before. No problem, Jensen. No problem. Enjoy the game. Bruno needs some healthy competition in the squad right now. We have no creator except Bruno and Ahmad now. And then they don't even necessarily play the same position. That's the best part. If you ask me honestly, this referee is favoring Arsenal in terms of bookings. I don't know if you typed that before Jorginho did that howler, but I think he's just a extremely card happy ref, which for a neutral person that's quite fun. I can rate him in the top two from the grades which I have watched. We can't compare to all grades. Yeah, so this is one of those things where it gets hairy. You have to kind of like ask football historians who are like 60 years old, 80 years old right now, who probably have seen most of the best football players. Got to find some like 80-year-old historian who's probably seen all the best football you can see because he's lived during the best time, like almost the entire time football's been really popular. If you don't know anyone like that, it's really difficult to put into comparisons. Wayne Rooney all-time number one for me. Ahmad can play as number 10. Yeah, but he's not direct competition, right, Dhruv? Like who's going to play right wing? You see what I'm saying? If you play Garnacho and Rashford at left wing, right wing, then there's no backup. You see what I'm saying? Anthony is the backup for one side. Garnacho slash Rashford is the backup of each other. You can play him in the 10, but in reality, you're just making sure Anthony gets played a game time, which personally I don't look forward to. I like him. I like his spirit. I like the fact that he cares. I do like all the. I feel bad for him that he's so one-footed. I really do sometimes, even though it frustrates me. But you're basically guaranteeing Anthony game time if you play Ahmad at 10, because at some point of time, some people are going to need to be subbed, and there's a good chance that one of those people is Anthony coming on. So yeah, linesman pushing Timber back for the throw in. That good refereeing there by the linesman. Comparison between players and all will just create hate. Let's just enjoy football. That's it. Best player you've seen is Lampard and Xabi Alonso in midfield. Interesting. Ericsson is the number 10, but no one gives a shit about that. That's probably because I think I think that's probably because we know he can't play 90 minutes too. And he's not going to have the legs to run back and forth like Bruno. You got to cancel him out, unfortunately. I thought he had a decent game yesterday. But yeah, he just doesn't have the legs for it, to be honest. Doesn't matter if he could play number 10 or not. He doesn't have the legs to play 90 minutes wherever he is. He won't cost us a lot compared to cams in the European market. Franco Mastantuono. I don't know why that name sounds familiar. Were we looking at him preseason? Is he like from River Plate or something? I feel like I've read that name somewhere. Oh, that's a great block there by Christian Romero. Mm, trying to be too fancy there. Oh, I had a feeling Romero's leg got caught with the follow through of the shot. It's not though. He's holding his thigh. In 2 years' time, we are going to have the same issue when Rooney left. Yep. A lot of people don't realize Rooney sacrificed his position to play Zlatan and Van Persie because we didn't have a Scholes replacement. So he decided to drop deep and play towards the end. People don't realize that. He also used to sacrifice his position to let Ronaldo have more freedom. That's why when Ronaldo said what he said about Rooney, it really frustrated me. Out of all the things Ronaldo said, the thing that frustrated me the most was his comments about Rooney. Rooney has Rooney has truly sacrificed a lot more glory. He could have had at least 10, 15, maybe even 20 more goals than he would have. Could have still been second on that list behind Shearer. But he kept making adjustments because no Scholes replacement for what seems like forever. He's the River Plate guy. The one thing I will say is we have to definitely tap into the actual South American market more. Not buy South Americans like we're currently doing, but tap into the actual market. Um, I guess I'm a little worried about that, Dhruv, after what happened with Palestri. I mean, again, like I said, I like Anthony, nothing personal, but he is robbing a living, dude. The fact that we sold Palestri for £6 million or euros or whatever, it hurts so bad having a Copa America finalist who started every game. Wow, what recovery pace by Van der Ven. Fantastic. Fantastic there. Came across the pitch to do that. Wonderful. The fact that we didn't use Palestri properly or gave him any chance. I mean, for God's sakes, we played him at right back in the Community Shield. Like, I would be very reluctant because Ten Hag will go, he's not ready, give him 3 months, 9 months. We're not going to see players like that, unfortunately. This is why I kind of miss Ralph Ragnick. Ralph Ragnick gave Ilanga a chance. He gave so many youth a chance, dude. Even Van Gaal gave Cameron Bothwick Jackson a chance. Like people got so many chances under our previous managers, man. People don't realize this. I mean, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took an absolute punt on Greenwood. He's the one who bought Palestri and Ahmad. You know what's really frustrating? You know, You know what's really frustrating? That Palestri and Ahmad were both bought by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You know, that's what's frustrating. And instead of keeping him on the bench like Solskjaer did with Alvaro Fernandez, he sent, sorry, like Ten Hag did with Alvaro Fernandez, he actually sent him on loan. He used to play great in CM as well. He used to play long ball and wing, really. Yeah. You remember that crazy goal he scored for DC United? Where he did a last man tackle at the halfway line and then from the halfway line hits a cross and the guy hits the header in extra time? It was a crazy goal. It was a crime to sell Pelestri. It was a crime to sell Pelestri at that price for sure. He's definitely better than Anthony. I mean, he starts for Uruguay. People say it's only Uruguay, but Anthony doesn't even get picked for Brazil. It's not like Brazil have like, 10 really good right wingers right now. You know, sometimes he's chosen, sometimes he's not. Like Pelestri gets chosen right now at 21 years old. And you know what? You got to thank Pelestri for getting Ugarte because Manuel Ugarte said that Pelestri told him that it's a wonderful. Pelestri was a good club servant. Dude. He never complained. He never had any social media things like Ahmad or Garnacho. He was a good team player, dude. And in the future, if we do buy him back because we do have a buyback clause for 3 years, I will be so excited. I hope he has such a cool 3 years, dude. I believe Panathinaikos is playing today. I wonder if he's starting the game. It would be so cool. It'd be so cool in 3 years if he's like such a stud player because everyone's going to come for Ten Hag. And rightfully so, dude. A lot of people think Pelestri is good enough to at least play right now. A lot of people think he's better than Anthony no matter what anyone says. You know? So, and you got Pelestri, I knew he won't succeed. I would love to know. I would love to know why you think that way, Dhruv. Is it because of the Anthony thing or is it because of some other reason? I want to understand ETH was I want to understand ETH was willing to give chance to Sancho, not Pelestri. Yeah, because Sancho costs a lot more money, buddy. Dude, this is why Anthony's still there, Shanks. Don't get it confused, my friend. He has tethered himself to the Anthony thing because of the money. If Eric Ten Hag tells you that Anthony's better than Pelestri, you know he's lying. He's lying. He's absolutely lying, dude. There is no actual evidence to show that Anthony is better than Pelestri, other than the fact that Eric Ten Hag played him for an entire year, even though he was horrible. Like an entire year of just horrible performance, and he just kept being picked. And everyone was getting upset that Ahmad was not getting a chance, and everyone was like, Ahmad's better than him. Surely he can't be worse than what Anthony is doing. Now, Ahmad never got any chances. Ahmad barely got a chance. Why didn't he pick Anthony for the Bayern game, the first UCL game last year? Why did he pick Pelestri to play a right wing? He threw Pelestri under the bus. His first debut start for as a United player was against Bayern Munich. Anthony was fit. Why didn't he play Anthony? Because Anthony would have got cooked in Bayern. We only ended up losing 2-1 or something, right? Didn't we? It feels very nefarious. It feels like it's like Solskjaer with Maguire. He's like hooked on by this player now because of the price tag, unfortunately. My dream is to get Wirtz, but there's a very small chance we'll be able to pull off that deal. There's not a small chance we'll be able to pull off the deal. If we have the money, I think Wirtz might come through. Question is, do we have money? We signed Ahmad and Pelestri when we couldn't sign Sancho, and then Sancho was coming next year, and then Ahmad's far clear of Pelestri. Then we got Anthony too. You really think Pelestri? You think Ahmad is far clear of him? Interesting. Plus, we had Greenwood that time also. Yeah, but you know what's the funny thing? We sold Greenwood, we sold Sancho, we sold Pelestri, and then what we end up with is having Anthony. In 20, before the starting of 24-25 season, we end up having Anthony as your fourth choice winger. Still somehow, just how do you explain that one to a fan of a club that had seven wingers in June, and somehow your fourth choice winger is still is still Anthony? And all three players we sold were better than Anthony. That's the best part. Literally all three players we sold was better than Anthony. And Anthony survived. So it's just hilarious. Hamas is good, but he will perform until he performs a 2-3 I will not say a word. Listen, man, I still think he's better than Anthony, dude. At the end, I hear you, Shanks. He's still young, but at the end of the day, he's still better than Anthony. You can't really say no to that. I get what you're saying. He's young. Give him time to like grow into the role and stuff. But he was player of the season at Sunderland. He was one. He was in the play. He was one of. He was in the team of the season in the championship. Um, Premier League player teams wanted him. If he didn't get sent to the championship, I believe Crystal Palace was very interested in him at the time on loan. He's still better than Anthony, dude. Like even if he doesn't become the player we all hope he becomes, he's still better than Anthony at the end of the day. You get impressed far too easily after just 3-4 games. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, the Anthony thing. You could say the opposite. The Anthony thing started getting frustrated. Goal by Arsenal. Gabriel with the goal. Another clutch goal by Gabriel. Another clutch goal by Gabriel. Keeps coming up with these goals, man. Everyone talks about Saliba, but Gabriel keeps coming up with the clutch goals. Fantastic. That header was just too quick there for the goalie. 100% Ahmad's a gem player nowadays. Most of the wingers just rely on pace and creative ones are not that fast. And you know what I love about him? He is so deceptively strong, dude. That 1 year in the championship made him work so much on his physicality. Like I see him bully people that look half his size, dude. It's crazy. Straight. It was straight at Vicario, but the ball just went too fast. Yeah, as you can see, even in slow motion, the ball already passed Vicario. He has both pace and creativity. Yep. Elanga is better than Anthony. Young is better than Anthony on the wings. Bro, you know what? Should we have sold Elanga? Should we have sold Elanga? I mean, Ralph Ragnick had a lot of praise for Anthony Elanga. And guess what? I don't want to say this because I might get in trouble with all the fans of this player, but can we just take a minute to recognize that Anthony Elanga had more goals and assists in Nottingham Forest than Garnacho did last year? He quite literally outperformed all our wingers last year. We sold him last year, right? And he outperformed all our wingers. Thoughts, people, thoughts? Should we have sold Anthony Elanga? That's that's really disheartening to say because I like Rashford. I liked Elanga because obviously he came out from the youth. So as a United fan, you're always going to have that soft spot for him. But imagine he outperformed all our wingers last season and playing for Nottingham Forest to finish 16th or 17th. I keep forgetting which position they finished. It was either 16th or 17th. And you still outperformed all of them. It's not like he played at City and everyone goes, oh, yeah, City is way better than us. Played for Nottingham Forest, dude. You know? I don't know how you answer that question, to be fair. As I say, we're easily impressed. But you know what's the sad part, Shanks? We are, in some ways, no, we are unnecessarily ruthless. We all got so gassed by some of our players that we were like, Anthony Elanga is not that good. And then Anthony Elanga literally outperforms all our wingers last season. That is the season which he would be like, you know what? I'm going to show everyone I'm better than this. And he actually showed. Better than Anthony, better than Rashford, better than Garnacho, like numbers wise. What do you say for that? People will go, it's different playing for United. I mean, sure, but he played for United and he got good results as well. I'll never forget the goal he scored against Leeds, dude. As a United player, when you score against Leeds, it's a big deal, dude. And he will understand that because he played for the youth academy. Johnson and Bentancur out for Odebear and Sa. All right. Some moves are being made. Now, Arsenal are going to definitely look to put some more pressure on Spurs now. Spurs will definitely be on in pressure now. Oh, they lose the ball. Oh boy. This is why I hate playing out from the back. Every time. Especially after you're trailing, man. I don't know why you would decide to play in your half when you're trailing in a derby match. The first thing I would think of is let's get the ball forward. We're running out of time to level. But yeah. Feel the weight shirt weighs too heavy for some of these players. Oh, there's no doubt about that, Arup. There's absolutely no doubt about that. We are club looking for players who sell shirts, not playing for the club. Yeah, Shanks, and it's really sad because imagine if Anthony Elanga, man, you know what? Let's not say it. It'll be my worst nightmare because the amount of wingers we have gotten rid of in the last 2 years is it's frightening. I'm telling you, like Dhruv really explained very well why he thinks Ahmad is better than Palestri. I don't necessarily say I would agree, but at the same time, there's not enough evidence to disagree. So I actually like that explanation. What I liked about Palestri was in preseason 2 years ago, he was getting assists and goals from the right and the left in preseason. So I know he can actually play both sides. Same way I like Ahmad can play both sides. Same way Garnacho can play both sides. Anthony and Rashford cannot play both sides. So we get unfortunately we get put in a problem then. Now, for example, Ahmad got that assist for Rashford. They were both playing on the same side of the left because they're comfortable playing with both feet. And I thought that's what Palestri was good at. And considering Anthony and Rashford's inability to just play on their weaker foot, more Anthony than Rashford. I just like the fact that we had a bunch of wingers that were direct, made smart passes, and they moved. Also, see how much football IQ Ahmad has compared to Rashford. He knows when to pass, he knows when to hold the ball, he knows when to drive. He doesn't just cut in all the time, he takes a cross. That's why I think Palestri was also good. That's why I was really looking forward to watch Ahmad, Palestri, and Hoyland play one game. I would have loved to see them just play one game together. I was so curious to see how they would all look. But yeah, this possession style setup doesn't suit wingers like Garnacho. Yeah, plus he needs to place the shots better, bro. Shot selection. Luckily, Garnacho's still young. He can always improve on that. Thankfully, we have Van Nistelrooy. That there's plenty of time for that. Luckily, but like people like Rashford and all, I mean, the decision making is it's never going to improve, dude. It's just too late to improve now. Anthony can't play, period. See, but this is the thing, Shanks. I don't want to be that harsh because at the end of the day, I love the fact that he cares about playing for our club. And I know that that seems like I'm easily pleased, but if you think about the last 2, 3 years and the players we have that couldn't be bothered to play for the club, I can at least appreciate that. Like a couple of years ago, we are watching Rashford just walk up and down the Northwest Derby. He's just like walking up and down against City and Liverpool. He's just jogging. There's no passion. There's no desire. There's nothing. There's no come on. Let's do our best even if we lose horribly. They're just head down and they're just jogging. And I know Anthony doesn't do that, and I really appreciate it because the last couple of years it made me realize that not everyone has the spirit. Not everyone has that never give up, even if you're not good. It's a thing we used to make fun of Scott McTominay for, but when you see players that are quote unquote better than Scott McTominay just visually give up and like jog up and down the pitch, you're like, bro, I'd rather have 10 Scott McTominays than one of this player because at least I know when push comes to shove, no, the man is actually giving a shit. He actually cares. It's actually frustrating him if you play badly. Whereas you have players there who go on social media and they say all the nonsense and they make YouTube videos about don't doubt them and stuff, and then they walk around the pitch when you need them the most, and they have weak mentalities even though they're technically much better players. So I hear what you're saying. I've seen some Ajax games where Anthony actually plays all right. I know it's the Dutch league, but when what I respect about him, and when he's so extremely limited, he actually still gives a shit. And having we went from having 10, 15, 18 players who gave a shit to the majority of players not giving a shit. That's what happened to our club in the last 10 years. We had a full squad who would throw their head at a low ball, would break someone's leg in a tackle if it means it's a strategic foul. They take red cards for strategic fouls, knowing that we'd win 3 points. We went from having players that cared that much to players who can't be bothered to run. And this is one thing that I will always appreciate about Scott McTominay, even Anthony. I mean, Anthony's not done it that long, but it's one thing I will always appreciate about Scott McTominay, no matter what anyone says. I really, really appreciate that. Somehow, Leandro Trossard's jersey got completely ripped off of him. That's interesting. It just shows you how they're playing this game today. But yeah. I know. Did you watch SmackDown? I did watch it, Madad. There was a lot of talking. There was a lot of talking in this week's SmackDown, dude. A lot. We're going to sell Anthony next summer, in my opinion, if he doesn't get a certain amount of GA. Well, we're going as we did the maths yesterday, Dhruv, we're going to have to sell him for 30 million, and I to maintain a PSR, and I just don't see anyone buying him for 30 million. If we can't get a Saudi buyer for Anthony, he is not going for 30 million. I'll tell you right now, we'll be lucky to get 20 million off of him. Mark my words. If we get 20 million off of him, it'll be a miracle. I think we need 32 million to close out PSR. I'm telling you, I'm genuinely telling you guys, I'll be surprised if we get 20 million for him. And getting sacked. Players like to play for salary, not for club, and the reason for Anthony. You really think so, dude? I actually think he cares. That could be a great point. Maybe that's the case too. We've had players who did that as well. I actually think he cares a little bit. Could be wrong, obviously. You never know. But I mean, technically, he gets paid whether he plays or not, Shank. So he can easily be happy sitting on the bench. We've had a few we've known a few players to do that. Even there was a point of time where Zidane didn't want Bale, and Bale was just not leaving Real Madrid, and he just rode the bench. Dude. He rode the bench, taking an exorbitant amount of money. Real Madrid fans will never ever talk about that because he won these Champions Leagues and all. So no one's going to say nothing about that. But there was, if I'm not mistaken, there was a time when there was a close chance about Solanke. There was a chance there where that's how he came back to Tottenham, right? Because Zidane didn't want to use him. He's just sitting on the bench playing golf, just taking salaries like you won't believe. I actually think Anthony wants to play. You can see how frustrated he gets when he doesn't get picked. You can see how frustrated he is when he gets on the pitch and doesn't get enough game time. Big debut, yep. Wait, what? Who's Rick, dude? Am I missing something? Did I not watch it properly? Who's Rick? United need one season-long fit left back, a good midfielder to control the tempo of the game and provide creativity, and one decent goalkeeper function properly. Bro, I just want to go back to a shot stopper. I genuinely. Wasn't that offside? No, it was offside. I feel we just function better with a shot stopper, dude. We don't really play out from the back still, so I don't know why we're still trying to do that shit. It would just be nice to have a traditional shot stopper and then go from there. Who's maybe slightly comfortable with the ball. I don't think we're using it effectively anyway. The playing from the back, you just bring pressure onto ourselves pointlessly. Onana still has to improve, but it's on the player. Yeah, of course it's on the dude. He's 28 years old, dude. That's another thing I don't like about the Onana David De Gea comparison. Everyone go, I've heard so. What I really don't like, Dhruv. I hate doing this David De Gea rant now, but I don't know if you have heard me say it, so I'm going to just say it one time. People compare Andre Onana's bad season to David De Gea's first bad season. David De Gea was 19 years old when we bought him. Andre Onana played a Champions League final and he is 27 years old. And people are actually comparing teenager David De Gea to grown man Andre Onana in terms of how good or bad their first season was. Do you know how absurd that sounds? Just hear my sentence one more time. David De Gea was 19 years old. came to a different country to play a different style of football from what he's used to in Spain. To Andre Onana, who's fresh off a Champions League final and lets the ball go under him in a free kick that wasn't touched by anyone in Turkey. These are the comparisons we make for a bad season. Bro, that's all I'll say about that. I think we just need to go back to a short stopper and cut the bullshit. Pardon my French. Hello, Harsha. Yesterday we won. Someone got 3 points from Balloon Man. Harsha, do me a favor, because I went to sleep and I had to watch the UFC watch long today morning. Can you just tell me something? What happened with the penalty? I saw the save, like Justin Cliver missed the penalty, right? But what happened there? How did the penalty happen? Because I remember seeing like a highlight of Justin Cliver missing a penalty. Did Bournemouth get a penalty? And if so, how did they get the penalty? A lot of people are talking about this Sancho thing, and I'm like, bro, if Bournemouth score that penalty, then the game ends 1-1. So Madison coming off, rip to all the FPL owners. Werner coming on. I don't think anyone owns Werner, so it doesn't matter. Oh wow, they're bringing on Shillings. Shillings playing for his ninth London club. Raheem Sterling coming on for who? Whoever he's coming on for. Sterling and Jesus are coming on, and Martinelli and all right, Martinelli and Trossard coming off for Sterling and Jesus. Wait 1 minute. Does that mean Kai Havertz is dropping in the midfield? Oh, that's not good for my FPL, unfortunately. We won't spend a lot on any top keeper now. Now I just have hopes that Vitek or Harrison turn up good. Bro, if Vitek doesn't turn up, we gotta get back our guy, man, from Leverkusen. We just have to. Because I have a feeling Bayern is just gonna leave. If Bayern doesn't get any like EFL Cup matches, I think Bayern just leaves. Oh, he plays for Turkey, dude, and he can't play against Barnsley. I mean, like Eric Ten Hag is really pushing his luck here with players. He really is pushing his luck with players not wanting to leave our club. Um, he really is. There's no nice way to put it. He's really pushing his luck. But will they get a start? That is another, because that's the most important question, dude. Because I think he won't. They won't. I think you know they won't, and I think we know they won't. Bindir was supposed to leave this season, but I think we couldn't find any suitors. Bro, he'll just go back to Turkey. I'm telling you right now. He'll just go back. Don't be surprised next season if he wants to leave, he goes back to Turkey. He's already starting for the Turkish national team. He doesn't, without playing any games, he's a starter for Turkish national team. Turkey did so well this season, this time in the Euros. Right? They put on an absolute banger against. I thought that was match of the tournament. I know people will laugh at me, and people will go, it was obviously France and Germany or Spain and Germany or something like that. But to me, end to end, from an end to end perspective, I think Austria and Turkey had a banger of a knockout match. Absolute banger of a match. So that's just my opinion there on that. Oh, Fiorentina is playing. Is that boy there? A boy's not playing yet. Interesting. Oh, he is playing. 6.9. Of course, 6.9, bro. Of course. To be fair, they're going against the Europa League champions. It's a tough game. 3-2. Still 5 minutes to go, though. Oh, wow. They were 2-1 up in the first half. Oh, it was 2-2. Sorry. Actually, no, it was 3-2 in the first half. No goals in the second half. Wow. Still has a 6.9 rating. Let's have a looky. My guy. 4 saves. That's what he does. Still had 3 goals in. That's crazy. This game must have been really fun. touches, 17 long, 17 long balls, 8 completed. That's not bad. Onana needs to learn how to hoof the ball even from the here. 50% conversion. Oh, look at him. 4 saves. My legend. Good times. Absolutely good times. Has Greenwood played today? Is the Greenwood match happen? Marseille won 2-0. How was Greenwood today? Out of curiosity. 6.8 average game today. Everything can't be a banger. Who else are we looking at? Ooh, McSaucy. Has McSaucy played? Oh, can you believe if he started? Oh no, it's 9:30. Wait, is the lineup come out yet? Ooh, I think McTominay is starting. Oh, this is gonna be great. Next to Stanislav Lobotka. He's got the number 8 shirt, huh? Oh, Conte is really backing the thing, dude. I have to respect it. Bro, Sanchez went one on one with Evan Nielsen and he blocked in front, which Evan Nielsen had an opportunity to score. But anyways, he did amazing save after he took the penalty. Yeah, the save was good. I saw the save. You want to get a young keeper? Get Guillaume Restes from Toulouse or Martin Van de Voort. Oh god, that sounds Dutch, dude. I think we've done enough of those already. By the way, McSaucy might be playing Dhruv. What do you think? Hat trick against Cagliari. Oh, can you imagine that? Can you imagine? Can you just imagine a Scott McTominay Napoli hat trick on debut? We will be there, dude. Well, technically, I'll be watching it in my room, but we'll be there. The scenes, the absolute scenes. Belgium. He was looking at Verbruggen last year, wasn't he? Ten Hag. He was looking at Verbruggen. Panathinaikos is going to play at 11. Let's see if they cook. Has Alvaro Fernandez played? Has he played this time? Alvaro Carreras. Benfiquista. Let's see. 10-9. What's the date today? 15th. Where is it? Not played yet. McSauce will feast today, bro. Can you imagine this? Absolute scenes today if it happens. Oh, Benfica already played. Let's see. Di Maria, Antonio Silva, Luis Actocoglu. He scored. Wasn't he like a free agent? He scored against us last year in the Champions League, didn't he? Excuse me. For Galatasaray. Bro, Alvaro Fernandez is playing every game. He got a 7. They won 4-1. 90 minutes played. 1 interception, 2 tackles, 85 touches, 88% passing accuracy. 6 ground duels, 1, 2 ground duels, aerial duels, 1. That's it. Got to keep an eye. McTominay watch today, later on. Verbruggen is also a keeper. I rate highly, but he's gone to Brighton and it'll cost a bomb to get exactly. Yeah, well. We got Onana, dude. Let's enjoy it. That's another position where I'm wondering, along with right wing, where are we going to regret it? Jamal scores 1-1. It's already 1-1. I just thought I saw it 0-0. Did they just 1-0? Okay, thank you. I was like, how is that possible? I'm literally looking at the scoreline and it said 0-0. Oh, here we go. Martinelli's putting it to bed. Oh no, he's offside. Never mind. Lamine Yamal, 30 minutes. Oh, Girona are playing well this season, even. Keeping the game tight. Respect. Respect. They have players like Daly Blent, Paulo Gazzaniga, and and Brian Gill, dude. Like Premier League some more Premier League rejects. 2 minutes here. What can happen? Can Spurs do a madness? See a header straight to Raya. Ooh, Teddy Sheringham is there. Former Spurs player and United, obviously. Look at that. Lovely amount of hair still at his age. I think I saw Sheringham play towards the end of his career because I didn't see him play for United. Can you imagine there was a point in time when we had four strikers? That's unheard of nowadays. Whip it! Oh, Sterling, man! What is Sterling doing? Oh my god. Oh my god, god. That was horrible there by Sterling. No say. Okay, wow. My bottle job. Oh boy. Still a few minutes left. Oh, that was not a good cross. Was not a good cross there. Bottle job team. Oh, straight to Raya's hands. I think that could be the last attack of the game, unfortunately. Well, it's not the best start after the international break by Ange. Oh, that's a nice old school Spurs jersey there in the yellow. Jermaine Defoe obviously also played for Spurs. Every single time, still a few minutes, dude. 5 minutes. No, there's actually a lot of time to be fair. 5 minutes is a lot of. What is that pass? Ooh, he gets there. He gets there somehow. What is Sterling doing? Seriously, that chance there when he was up front could have easily squared it. When the customer I suppose the Booker will actually lose mentality. Yes, you probably fell in love with it a long time ago, and it's probably not the same it used to be. I think a lot of United fans also would understand that. Aryan's here, my boy Yamal scored, brother. Unlike Vadrid scores with pens. To be fair, Vinicius Junior keeps winning these penalties. Look at that. That was a good shot. Oh, I thought he saved it. Apologies. Just went over. Unlucky. Still a few more minutes left. Anything's possible. Full time. Unfortunately, David De Gea's team did lose 3-2. Unfortunately, that happened. Scott McTominay will make his first start for Napoli. Alvaro Fernandez had a good game. Wait, I won't actually. This is something I didn't actually check. So in Bundesliga, did Leverkusen play? Leverkusen won 4-1. Who was the goalkeeper? Radecki was still the goalkeeper. Okay. Just wanted to see if Kovar got some game time. Yamal Brace, seriously? In 5 minutes, he scored two goals. Damn. That kid is still rolling. That kid is still rolling. Yep. 30 and 37 minutes. Well, it lasted well for Girona for a while. Went 30 minutes. Bad foul by the Arsenal player again. 90 seconds. Can they do something? What is this decision making? Too long? Too long? Don't shoot from there. Oh, oh! I genuinely thought that ball went in, but it was offside. I guess it went through a player, to a Spurs player. Actually, it's way offside. Why didn't the guy move? Oh, it was so low too. I don't know where Werner was looking. He thought it was going in the air, I guess. Arsenal fans are enjoying it. 30 seconds left. I'll take a break from football for weeks after this. Bro, whatever you need to do to feel better, that's what you should do. That's my recommendation. Whatever you need to do to feel better, that's exactly what you should do. Plus, we're ending up trophyless this season. Who do you guys got in the cup on Wednesday? Let's see. Who do you guys got? Oh shit, y'all got Coventry. Coventry could be a tough game. Not going to lie. Coventry could be a tough game. What do you think about Coventry? I mean, they almost beat us a few months ago. Swap. I don't know how you feel. Little bit down if flick ball works in Barca start to see now they're balling. Tottenham totally skimmed. Oh boy, it's really not looking good. Are you worried the swap? This bullshit team ever win the trophy in 30 years, never show my face in webcam anymore. Oof. Your thoughts, swap? Your thoughts? Do you think Ange's job is in danger if he loses to Coventry? Because Coventry is the next match. A good championship side. As you know, they took us to the limit. I don't know. I don't know about this. Going into a tough week. The Spurs. We firsthand have experienced Coventry's abilities. Let's see what happens. Anyway, guys, I'm off. Next game you'll see me is United 12:30 Barnsley EFL Cup third round. Gonna let swap just went. I'll be off now. Have a good day, guys. Some of us will have a good day. Some of us will obviously not. In the meantime, I will see you. Remember Wednesday midnight Barnsley knockout football. We're back this week. There's no European football for us. There is EFL knockout football. So let's see what happens. Hopefully, we can get the job done. Take care, guys. Good night.